Masechet Brachos talks about a lot of concepts of emunah, a lot of concepts of davening and tefillah, and there's a ton of Musar concepts that Masechet Brachos has. The end of Masechet Brachos talks about what the status of Talmidei Chachamim are. Someone who learns Torah, what happens after a person learns Torah? What happens when he goes to the next world? So the end of Brachos says that a Talmud Chacham gets no rest. He never gets any rest. We know Yaakov Avinu, when he was going to go find a wife for himself, he learned in Yeshiva for 14 years. He didn't rest at all his entire life. He didn't do any sleeping. When he was in Yeshiva, the most he did was fall asleep on the table. And in the Masechet Brachos at the end, he describes something similar. He says that the Talmidei Chacham go mechayil l'chayil. What does mechayil l'chayil mean? It means that they go from multitude to multitude, which means that when they die, they go to Yeshiva again, and they learn, and they continue learning even in Olam Haba, which is an amazing concept. And he describes again a little later that Talmidei Chachamim bring shalom to the world. What does that mean, they bring shalom to the world? He continues, and he says, Talmidei Chacham marim shalom ba'olam, v'chol b'nayich l'nudei Hashem, v'rav shalom b'nayich, al tikrei b'nayich ela b'nayich, which means that Talmidei Chachamim bring shalom, and they also build. What are Talmidei Chachamim building? That by Talmidei Chachamim learning Torah consistently, constantly, they are building worlds. They are building spirituality, and the result of the spirituality is that it affects us in a physical way as well. And the Nefesh HaChaim describes this in a very, very clear way. The Nefesh HaChaim is Shah Aleph, Perek Gimel. Hold on 1 second. He says, the Nefesh HaChaim Perek Gimel says, Ki b'maisa v'dibura v'machshavos v'atovim, with the actions and speech and thought and good thoughts, hu mekayim v'nosin koch b'kama kochos. He fulfills and gives strength with many strengths to Olamos Elyon HaKadoshim. He gives strength to the worlds, the upper world. And most of them kedusha v'or, a person who does the right thing with his mouth, with his words, with his speech, he fulfills and is mekayim. He gives an everlasting strength to the Elyon HaKadoshim, whatever that is. The most of them kedusha v'or. And then he continues and he says, and he quotes the Gemara that we have here. And he says, someone who, a Talmid Chacham who learns Torah on a consistent basis, he is building, they give order to the worlds, like someone who builds and gives order to a structure, gives them a lot of strength. And the Nefesh HaChaim continues and describes the strength of a Talmid Chacham who learns and does Torah Mitzvos. Now, the Nefesh HaChaim is a sefer that talks about a lot of holy things, and it doesn't seem so relevant to us. But in my learning, I discovered other places where the things that are taught, the mitzvahs that you do and the Torah that you learn, has direct relevance to us, and you can see it in a very, very clear way. Okay, every girl in Beis Yaakov knows the famous line. Kol kavuda bas melech pnima. I guarantee you knew it. All the honor of the daughter of the king is inside. That happens to be, it's not just a line of the same Beis Yaakov. It's a line from the Gemara in Yerushalmi, in Masechet Yoma. Okay? And that's not the whole line, there's more to the line. Kol kavuda bas melech pnima, mimishpeta zahav levusha. Mimishpeta zahav is some sort of golden clothing or whatever it is. And the Chafetz Chaim in the Sefer Geder Olam, he says that a woman who dresses tzniusly in the proper way, right? Hashem gives them a reward. For Rachel Imenu, for her reward for tznius, she had a descendant Shaul. Shaul is from the tribe of Binyamin, and from Binyamin, Shaul, his reward for tznius was having Esther. And we know Esther was a very, very famous queen of Jewish people, saved them. She was a very, very special person. And a person, a woman who dresses seriously is gonna go to the Olam Elyon Beheichal Hashem B'rov Hod V'Hadar. He gets to sit in the highest place in heaven. Okay? And not only that, a woman who dresses seriously, Mimishpat Zav, means that she's zocha to have Kohanim, tremendously quality people. Okay? And if Chas v'Shalom that she doesn't have sneas, and she's going to give birth to children who are no good, she's going to be shamed in this world, and she's going to be disgraced and humiliated in Olam Haba. That's a very real picture of the quality of sneas. You do it right, you have zocha to banan tani chachamim, tzadikim, Olam Elyon, hod v'hadar. That's your word for sneas. The opposite of Chas v'Shalom is not so great. I'll give another example that is very easy to relate to. Okay? We know that Shabbos is a very holy day. Hashem created the world in 6 days and He stopped creating on Shabbos. That's the 7th day. And again, the Chavetz Chaim describes in his Sefer Shem Olam. He says that Shabbos is like the heart from which the life flows. And if Shabbos is ruined, then then the week is ruined. That's why every single day of the week we mention Shabbos. We discuss about Shabbos every week because it's such a holy day. And if a person is able to be Makadosh Shabbos by learning Torah and doing Mitzvos, it'll affect, he says there is Zocha to the Or HaGonos, the hidden light. The Or HaGonos was something that was created and the Sheishis and Mebereshis, and it was such a good thing that Hashem wanted to save it for Tzadikim. A person who keeps Shabbos in the proper way is Zocha to the Or HaGonos. And the pleasure that a person gets from keeping Shabbos, that was created on day 1. The pleasure that a person gets just for doing good deeds was created on day 6. So we see another real example of things that we do have a very real effect on what happens in this world and in the next world. The Nefesh HaChaim describes Yonim Olamos Hakedoshim, and it affects us here in this world as well. And that's really, I think, a big part of what Masechet Baruch is saying is Al Tika Banayach Ela Bo Nayach. When you're learning Torah and doing mitzvahs, is not an abstract thing that you do and you get rewarded. It affects us here and now, every single day, and you'll get tremendous reward on Olam Haba. And that's the end of what the end of Baruch is talking about. And Brachos is the Masechet that talks about Emunah, and Bereshis also is the Masechet that talks about Emunah. And they're both at the beginning, and hopefully, if we understand that this is really where it's all at, is that you're learning Torah, doing mitzvahs, and you're building your connection to Hashem with everything that you do, and it affects us here and the next world, for positive and for negative. And now I'm going to make the SIYUM. First, I'm going to say the last part of the Gemara, and then I'm going to make the SIYUM. Okay? That way, we never get to hear the whole Gemara. Rabbi Bar Ashi Rav. And Bar Ashi said the name of Rav. Talmidei Chachamim, ein lahem menucha. Talmidei Chachamim do not have any rest. Lo b'olam hazeh v'lo b'haba. It's not a negative thing. They don't have rest because they're doing good things. Shenemar yelchu mechayel afoyel, yeirah el Elokim b'tzion. They go from multitude to multitude, appear before Hashem in Zion. That's Talmidei Chachamim. They learn yeshiva when they exit here. They learn yeshiva up in Yeshiva Shemala. They bring peace to the world. They make it a better place. They add spirituality to it. And with the spirituality comes an additional benefit in physicality. It's no small thing. Being a Jew is a very special privilege, that you get to affect worlds up there and down here. It's not an opportunity that you want to miss. That includes all your actions, all your thoughts, all your speech, all your behavior. It all affects everything. Your thoughts, your speech, your action. Don't take it lightly. It's very important. And all your sons will be disciples of Hashem. And abundant will be the peace of your sons. They bring shalom because the children of Talmidei Chacham are great people. Not just sons, but builders. You show abundant peace to those who love your Torah, and there will be no obstacle for them. Let there be peace within your wall, serenity within your palaces. For the sake of my brothers and comrades, I will pronounce peace upon you. Yushalayim, the man base, Hashem, Elokeinu, Avakshas of luck. For the sake of the house of Hashem, our God, I will press good for you. Hashem owes the Amoyitin, Hashem Yivarech Tamov Shalom. Hashem will give might to his nation. Hashem will bless his nation with peace. Hadron Alach Maseches Baruchas V'Hadroch Alon. Datar Alach Maseches Baruchas V'Datach Alon. La Nisn Sheminoch Maseches Baruchas V'La Sisn Sheminon. Lo Ba'alam Hadein V'Lo Ba'alam Ha'asi. Yiratzon Lefanecha Adonai Elohim V'Le'ev Osin Shlei Sarasecha Uman Useinu Ba'olam Hazeh Usein Imanu Elohim Haba. Hanina bar Papa, Rami bar Papa, Nachman bar Papa, Achai bar Papa, Abed Mai bar Papa, Rafim bar Papa, Rachish bar Papa, Surcha bar Papa, Ada bar Papa, Dar bar Papa. Kai Rev Na Adonai Elohim Estivei Sarasecha Befinu Uvefifios Amcha Beis Yisrael. V'nihya Kulanu Anachnu V'Tzeatzoinu V'Tzeatzoi Amcha Beis Yisrael. Kulanu Yodei Shenach V'Lam Yisrael Secha Lishma. May only like to have to many Mitzvosecha. Ki L'olam Hili. Yehili bi samim chukach l'manu lo yevosh lo eshkach pikudecha kivan chisani baruch ata Adonai lamideni chukecha amen 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 salav. Modi v'nachnu v'necha Adonai l'enu v'lev v'sim shesam b'chal kein b'yesh v'beis hamidrash v'sam b'chal kein b'yesh v'kirona sh'anu mashkimin v'hem mashkimin anu mashkimin m'divrei Torah v'hem mashkimin m'dvar b'telim onu amelim v'hem amelim onu amelim u'makabelim sachar v'hem amelim v'hem makabelim sachar. Onu ratzin, v'hem ratzin, onu ratzin l'chayelim haba, v'hem ratzin v'ashachas. Shenemar v'ata Elohim tariteim, v'ashachas anshe damin u'mirma lo yachzi mehem, v'ani eftach koch. Yehi ratzam yelefanecha Adonai Elohai, kishem she'azatayim s'ayim seches barachas kin ta'azvez l'haschem m'sachtos u'sfarim achirim u'l'sayimam l'umod u'lamid lishma v'lasos u'l'chayim eskodeh v'esamot t'arsecha v'hava. U'zchus ka'atanai v'amarim v'samidei chachamim Yamali Ozari Shalosh Tamash Adam Mipi Zari Bezer Zari Adolam. This can be this halacha tancha osaf v'shach b'cha sishma halacha v'akitosi hisi checha v'vi yabu yamecha v'yisibu v'chash naschaim orach yamid b'mina v'smolo oshev v'chavad Adonai Adonai Zin Adonai v'chasam v'shalom. You have a minion? No minion? 6? Alright, that's the end of my SIYUM. Thank you for listening.
Next year we'll do 3 more. Next year we'll do 6.